A man's eye review. Let's get to something new. Let's do it.
You got the family courts where women are initiating 80% of the divorces, 90% of alimony is paid for men to women. Women win almost all the child custody battles. And people might sit there, well, Myron, the men don't fight for the kids. The reason why they don't fight for the fucking kids is because their lawyers tell them not to waste their fucking money and
Yes.
time, because they're gonna lose. A lot of the times when guys retain counsel, the counsel tells them straight up, bro, you're not gonna get them. The only way that you're gonna get custody of your kids in today's day and age is the woman got to be damn near a fucking drug addict.
Period. Drug addict and homeless. She has to be a POS top tier PO. I mean, like she has to be to the point where she's basically telling the courts that she's a PLS. That's the only way. And so again, fellas, if you have a child by a woman, do not let that child determine your future. Do not let that woman determine your future and dictate what you have going on. Because what will happen is that woman will weaponize that your love against that. She will weaponize your love for that child against you. A woman will weaponize your love and your need to be a father against you. They will do it. Do not fall into that trap, fellas. They will weaponize your love that you have for your children against you and your need to be a father. So, if you have one of those women, let them go. And then you can always rekindle that relationship if it's worth it at the end. But do not let yourself be diminished because it takes a lot out of you to be battling in court and doing all this stuff when you're really just wanting to be in your child's life. It takes a lot out of you. It takes a lot. Do not let yourself be depleted because a woman's scorn. If they don't want to be reasonable, then do not negotiate with terrorists. If she doesn't want to be reasonable, hey, see you when I see ya.
You got the family courts where women are initiating 80% of the divorces, 90% of alimony is paid for men to women. Women win almost all the child custody battles. And people might sit there, well, Myron, the men don't fight for the kids. The reason why they don't fight for the fucking kids is because their lawyers tell them not to waste their fucking money and time, because they're gonna lose. A lot of times when guys retain counsel.
Also, why do you think that most of the women are winning these cases? It's not because of competency. The courts want the children with the women for a reason. And it's not because the women are better parents. No. In fact, studies show that that's actually the opposite. And so you have to think about why this is being perpetuated. Obviously, the single mother industry is the one of the primary causes, one of the primary fuel sources of a lot of fuckery. Okay? A lot of it. And they're clearly trying to keep that fuckery alive. Just saying.
You got the family courts where women are initiating 80% of the divorces, 90% of alimony is paid for men to women. Women win almost all.
How do y'all get alimony? And then we sit here and have these debates on equity and equal rights and all this shit. What about this? If it's equal this, equal that, y'all better give all that alimony money back. Okay, I don't want to hear that shit. That is stealing.
Of the divorces, 90% of alimony is paid for men to women. Women win almost all the child custody battles. And people might sit there, well, Myron, the men don't fight for the kids. The reason why they don't fight for the fucking kids is because their lawyers tell them not to waste their fucking money and time, because they're gonna lose. A lot of the times when guys retain counsel, the counsel tells them straight up, bro, you're not gonna get them. The only way that you're gonna get custody of your kids in today's day and age is the woman got to be damn near a fucking drug addict and homeless.
Period.
Did you know that in Texas, rifles can be carried in public without a license?
Shut that shit up. Who don't know that?
If you're not religious, it's really, really difficult to give a compelling reason because I believe it's a.
Make a compelling argument why men should get married.
If you're not religious, it's really, really difficult to give a compelling reason because I believe it's a spiritual thing. I believe it's just a fulfillment of your duty as a man of God. So if you're not religious in any way, then why bother?
I can't think of a single reason on planet Earth why a secularist would get married. A secularist man, a man who is absent religion, I can't think of a single compelling reason for him to get married in today's market.
What about children?
You think that it's not... Wait.
They can have children absent marriage.
Yeah, but like, isn't that the whole like men's thing that it's like the man's name passed on through generations? And
Yeah,
it's
his
like,
name will still pass on to the next generation. He can still have children without getting married.
Yeah. So, fellas, if you're not religious, there's literally no reason for you to get married. You're putting yourself in such a terrible situation, so vulnerable, and you're putting yourself at the mercy of this woman. You're putting yourself at the mercy of this woman when you marry her in today's market. Just letting you know that. And you better get that prenup.
Still have my
That's
dad's
my whole
last
point.
name, even.
If you don't get the prenup, especially after you hear this video, if you don't get the
What about you?
prenup,
I'm single.
then you deserve what you get, bucko.
3 days. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I just turned 21 about 2 weeks ago on November 18th, and he proposed to me on my birthday, which was, you know, it was cool. Everything was great.
This fucking shit
And then
pisses me off sometimes.
What about you?
I'm single. I've been single for 3 days.
3 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
What a
I just
dirty
turned.
bitch.
What about you?
I'm
3 days. Get your ass out of here, man. Man,
single. I've been single for 3 days.
these
3
bimbos.
days. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I just turned 21 about 2 weeks ago on November 18th, and he proposed to me on my birthday,
She's for the.
which was, you know, it was cool. Everything was great. And then on Sunday was our anniversary, and Brigitte, she came over to my house to just, you know, hang out with me, spend some time with me, and he had messaged her and was like, hey, I want to set up the apartment to make it look nice for our anniversary. Can you take Shelby out of the house for about 2 hours? So she did. We went shopping. We got some boba, just had some fun. And then I came back and all of his stuff was gone.
Bingo! Because he probably figured you're the type of woman who, once I leave, you're going to be on some podcast, and 3 days later. He came to his senses for some way, somehow, all of a sudden change of mind. Maybe I shouldn't marry this woman. Somebody told him something. Okay? Something came up. But I applaud for that gentleman there. Round of applause for my guy, whoever he is. That was savage.
Some fun, and then I came back and all of his stuff was gone. And he left a note that was saying basically the relationship wasn't working for him anymore, and he was afraid of my retaliation, which is kind of confusing because we've never argued in the entire year. So yeah.
Right. You never argued in that entire year, but he is afraid of your retaliation. I wonder what it is. I don't know. But she's not telling the whole story, okay? She did something to him. It's either a high body count, something was done for for him to just savagely plot that relationship's demise there. Whew, that was pretty slick. Hit the friend up. Hey, can you get her out the house for a couple hours? I want to set things up for, you know, the engagement, so on and so forth. And then just get all your shit out and peace. He must have met Sunshine or something like that from Harlem Nights. He got him a Sunshine. All right, y'all. Man's Eye Review. On that note, we through to the next video. Y'all know what to do.